I'm Chris McMillan, and this is my speech 3 over the legalization of marijuana. Did y'all know CBD, that is in marijuana, doesn't make people high? However, it is useful in reducing pain and inflammation for medicinal purposes. This speech can help inform listeners on the present situation of legalizing marijuana, the fight against marijuana, and my perspective on either making marijuana legal or illegal. I've seen many documentaries and have done research on the details of this drug. The debate on making marijuana legal or keeping it illegal is a big ordeal. I'm going to inform you on the current debate on marijuana through the United States. I want to start off with what the government is doing in trying to legalize marijuana in all 50 states. Marijuana has created a huge increase throughout the United States the last few decades. Many people don't realize the pros and cons of marijuana. Marijuana has taken a meaning in the United States. Less than 2 decades ago, marijuana was illegal in all 50 states. That has made a dramatic change because now 33 states have made marijuana legal in some sort of use. According to the Motley Fool, Keith Spades states that legalization of marijuana throughout the states is like dominoes lined up one by one. When the first domino topples, it leads to a chain reaction that causes most, if not all, of the dominoes to fall. Oregon was the first state to discriminate against marijuana in 1973. California was the first state to legalize marijuana for medicinal purposes in 1996. That led to a spark in trend, which the majority of the states have now legalized marijuana by 2016. Discrimination refers to the relaxation of criminal penalties associated with personal marijuana use. Oregon law stated just a $100 fine for possession of up to an ounce of marijuana. Over the next decade after Oregon's legal change in marijuana, at least a dozen other states decriminalized marijuana. But discrimination basically just lowered or removed the strict laws from anti-marijuana laws. Producing and selling marijuana remained illegal. However, legalizing marijuana not only allows individual marijuana possession, but in most cases it also allows the legal production and sale of the drug. There are 2 types of marijuana legalization: the legalization of medicinal purposes and the legalization of recreational purposes for marijuana. All but 4 U.S. states have some sort of medicinal marijuana law. However, 13 states only allow the legal use of CBD, or medical cannabis that has a low THC content. CBD is a chemical ingredient of the cannabis plant that isn't psychoactive. While THC is primary psychoactive ingredient in cannabis, these 13 states usually aren't included in the number of the states that have legalized medicinal marijuana. Because their laws place strict limitations on the form and manners of marijuana use, 33 states, however, allow patients access to marijuana for medicinal purposes. 11 states have cannabis laws in place that allow the legal use of marijuana for both medicinal and recreational purposes. No prescription is required for individuals to use marijuana in these jurisdictions. Here are a few groups supporting the legalization of marijuana. National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, developed in 1970, is one of the most influential marijuana groups. This organization won early marijuana discrimination efforts and remains active in working to legalize both medicinal and recreational marijuana across the nation. The advisory board includes quite a few celebrities, such as comedian Bill Maher, actor Woody Harrelson, actor Tommy Chong, and singer Willie Nelson. The second group is the Marijuana Policy Project, developed in 1995. This group has the U.S. Congress and the state legislature with a special focus on discriminating marijuana and changing the laws to make medicinal marijuana available to patients. The third group is the Drug Policy Alliance, developed in 1987 when American University professor Arnold Trebach and attorney Kevin Zeese founded the Drug Policy Foundation. This organization has been front and center in several victories, including the legalization of recreational marijuana in California and Colorado. Even though it seems like there are many people for legalizing marijuana, there are also many people fighting against having it legalized. There are many groups and people that are dedicated to keeping marijuana illegal. Many people don't realize the fight in trying to legalize or keep marijuana illegal. Despite the number of states that have legalized marijuana, the drug remains illegal at the federal level. Marijuana is a controlled substance under the federal law in the U.S. The Supreme Court has ruled that federal government can prosecute violations of associated federal laws even in the states that have legalized marijuana. 33 states have elected to legalize marijuana despite federal laws to contrary. The other states have not moved forward with legalization because the biggest is probably a concern about the potential for abuse of marijuana and the social problems that this abuse might contribute. A 2017 report from National Academy of Science, Engineering, and Medicine stated that conclusive evidence regarding the short and long-term health effects, both harms and benefits, of cannabis use remains elusive. Marijuana opponents use this report to question if it is wise to legalize when there's uncertainties about the safety. These concerns are a major factor holding back the states from legalizing recreational marijuana. Many Americans continue to oppose any use of narcotic drugs for recreational purposes. Even among those who do support legalization of marijuana, it is often not a top priority. These factors make it easy for some politicians to oppose legalization or simply ignore the topic. Here are a couple groups opposing making marijuana legal. Smart approaches to marijuana. Former Obama administration drug policy advisor Kevin Sabet and Reparation Patrick Kennedy started SAM, one of the top anti-marijuana groups in 2013. SAM's primary focus is to bring a big marijuana equivalent to the big tobacco group of large tobacco makers to exert significant influence nationally. Some companies have also fought against marijuana legalization. NC's Therapeutics donated $500,000 in 2016 to help defeat a ballot to legalize recreational marijuana in Arizona. NC's market a cannabinoid drug, Syndros, which launched in 2017 for treating anorexia in people with AIDS and for treating chemotherapy-induced nausea and vomiting. As you can tell, there are many efforts on both sides over this debate. In summary, I believe that every state should pass regulations allowing the use of marijuana for medicinal purposes. Currently, about 33 states already use this substance. That said, I know that some would like it for recreational purposes, but my preference is to the therapeutic effects it has on certain illnesses. A significant number of the general population either have juvenile, adult epilepsy or migraines, not headaches, which purported has been shown that in the use of marijuana alleviated the effects of these two illnesses and has been instrumented in curtailing the lifespan of them as well. And in these cases, the substance is not going to be utilized for a recreational purpose, but instead a means to allow individuals the ability to carry on with their lives in absence of a disruptive manner.